All right.
Good day, everybody. Welcome back to RCL Draft League. This is week 7, and I am joined with Gray.
Hello, hello.
Hello,
Good to be
hello.
back.
uh, I, I think I'm a little bit sick. My voice sounds weird, or it might just be because I woke up. Maybe a bit of both. Anyway,
Good stuff.
here, here we have Mr. Ziegler and Mr. Tom as City Swannas and Copenhagen Gallades. I always feel like I forget his name.
Ah, yeah. That's I always remember that one for some reason. That's what I identify him with. Um,
That's
but yeah,
fair.
this was a big one because it had a lot of playoff implications, at least for Ziggy. Yeah.
Yeah, this one, if he lost this match, he could have lost out on eighth place, unfortunately. But yeah,
hmm just like right up front, I don't really remember what happens in this one.
not gonna lie
Um,
though.
to be fair, it's been a little while, but
The
it
Chi
kind of
kind of goes hard outside of Goodrow.
Um, yeah, and I feel like I remember looking at kind of this team. Well, I don't know. The Dunsparce probably handles it okay too. It just kind of depends on what the
It's
set
set,
is.
yeah.
It would be fair to have multiple Chiyu answers. And I feel like if Great Tusk ever gets a spin-off, doesn't it look incredible? I don't know. If it's like Clear Amulet,
Um,
I think that could be a really cool set against this double Intimidate. I don't
yeah.
really know how much damage it does to Tauros, but um, if it ever gets low enough, I feel like Tusk feels pretty good.
Well, does it still get Ice Spinner?
It does, yeah.
Then yeah, I mean Ice Spinner alone is really helpful. Then ground coverage for Chi
Mm-hmm.
and Klefki. And then
Yep.
sure, I
Even
don't. You probably don't
yeah,
need
I
stab
spinner.
against Whiscash and Tauros. They're not like the bulkiest guys ever.
Right. It's water Tauros too, right?
Yeah,
It could even. I don't. I feel like it gets seed bomb too. So that, I mean, like if it's like,
that's
I
like the
feel like
perfect
I
move
mean,
pool there. You got Headlong Rush, Ice Spinner, and Seed Bomb, and then Rapid Spin for the speed boost plus hazard removal, and you probably win at
yeah,
that point.
and like yeah, like attack boosting booster energy would be cool. I don't know. It kind of feels like it's tough to, but if it's choice specs Chiyu and it ever gets locked in Dark Pulse against like Slowbro,
Oh yeah,
um,
that's
it
over.
could get real scary. Actually, I guess you need the clear amulet, but anyway, yeah. Um, that's cool. Okay, so I don't remember what the Tusk is in this at all. So
Neither.
that's I don't know. I feel like that first play there,
The spikes you
it's
turn.
um yeah. Wait, so yeah, the spikes versus U turn like I don't know. I guess you don't want to take Dazzling Gleam like immediately, but I feel like I don't know. Yeah, that's fine. That's a fine play. Now you know what its item is, but it just sucks that you could have knocked off the helmet right there.
Yeah,
But maybe
knockoff
it
is
wasn't.
generally a better first turn play. I mean, has Ziggy actually ever brought a attacking move on his keys?
Potentially. Um, but sometimes it's tough to fit it on there, and when you leave Clef Key, it's almost yeah, it's kind of like telegraphing sometimes that you've got a little bit of a um, kind of a lead set on it. He probably like really values spikes in this, although he doesn't have a ghost type, so this is very easily going to get spun away. He's not
Yeah.
going to stay in on Tusk, so
And
even
here's that tusk for rapid spin to scare away his enemies. Although it's
right,
leftovers, not clear amulet.
right. I mean, whatever. We'll see.
I mean, there's a
Knockoff.
knockoff
Yes,
now.
yeah. I don't know. You wind up going for it there anyway. I don't know. That's fine. I don't think it's like a misplay or anything. But
Slowbro is a really good counter to Bull Rush here.
yeah, well, it gets both Trailblaze and Wild Charge. But but Helmet makes that really tough for sure.
Yeah. Damn, that
Oh,
Earth Power did a
whoa!
good chunk of
That
damage.
did so much.
Yeah, what the fuck? How
Hmm.
I okay, I know Whiscash is like one of those Pokemon where it's really weird to anticipate how powerful it is, but I feel like that's like a specs or some shit, right?
I mean,
Or it's
that
just like
did
physically
a lot.
defensive Slowbro, like and like no
Well,
spit F.
obviously, yeah, it's for sure like fully fizzed up, and yeah. So, but still, I just didn't expect that kind of damage from Wishcast. That was
Yeah,
pretty good.
neither. Oh, there's the
Um,
rest.
yeah, rest.
Was
Okay,
this the week
interesting.
he brought rest hydration?
No, I
No.
think yeah. And see, once again, this Klefki is going. I don't know. I know you really value the HP on Meow, I guess.
Yeah.
But really, what do you even need it for? Like, it's either alive or it isn't.
I was gonna say,
I knock off. I'm sure he's wishing he knocked off too. But
yeah, it feels like it's not incredibly important in this game. I mean, it will help against like Bull Rush and Cash only, but I mean, depends on the Chi Yu set. I feel like it could be not as useful there as you'd like. And if it was really integral to his Chi Yu answers, there's no way he would just throw it out turn one, right?
right, no, I agree. Yeah, I just like I don't know. This Klefki, the only I don't know it being a problem. It's particularly because you're physical the Dunsparce. I don't know. I think yeah, and it looks like almost all your guys are physical. I think taking its item there, even if it's like light plate, he's setting up taking the item there. I don't know, whatever. Again, it's not that big of a deal. It's not like lost in the game or anything, but it does keep coming back into play here.
Yeah. Also, fun fact: when Ziggy sent me his team, he spelled Garo wrong, and I had to tell him how to spell Garo.
Rough. Yeah.
Nasty block Gar, he's actually really scary.
Yeah.
Grass Knot just destroys.
Yeah.
Also, can I point out the chat here? Ah, yes, Thomas, with the cum dragon. You're not allowed in this battle anymore. Don't call my Gudra that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I love reading chat. Can't lie.
Is Ice Beam? Oh, so it's mixed. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I do remember coming up with this setting. Yeah. Or working on it together.
Yeah, it was a good set.
This thing just like destroyed. And see, now you want to knock off is what like I don't know.
Well, how much?
Okay, I guess you're fine. That looks choice band to me.
Just saying though, knockoff at 41% with no item. I don't feel like that wouldn't. I mean, I guess he was predicting the swap probably, but
yeah. No, I'm not saying you want. I guess what I was saying is like you wanted both things there because you know Klefki's coming in, so you want to knock off, but you can't.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's fortunate now that Sora is heavily chipped, so it really only gets one more existence in, you know.
Potentially, yeah, but now you get Thunderwet, yeah.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Really bad. You're putting everything on Jolteon now. Against Rest Whiscash, which
fucking hell, I was just hoping you wouldn't be down goes the keys, lol.
Yeah.
And with this, with your fastest Pokemon paralyzed now. Actually, no, Jolteon exists. Never mind. But Jolteon's also hard countered by fucking Cash only, so.
Yes. I don't know. I feel like maybe you go Tusk there on the fucking keys.
That's fair. Yep, Draco gets the kill on Gara. Our boy Lando.
Yeah, doesn't this sweep now? No, I guess not.
Yeah, you forget how slow Gudra is.
No, I'm at the Tauros.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. I mean, Jolteon.
I thought it was like Trail. It could have been fucking Nap Zipper. So I guess you can't Trailblaze there. But if you do get it off, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's okay though. We have a Cash
what else
here.
was gonna come in? But what else are you gonna do? I suppose.
I hope he has a physical move for when he wakes up. Oh yeah, Rock Tomb.
Oh my god! Of course he pulls exactly what he needs.
I was gonna say yeah, lowering the speed there really helps.
Yeah, Rock Tomb's a good tech.
Yeah, I definitely liked that. Holy shit, that still hurt.
Yeah, now it's at half speed. Surely it's slower.
Depends on the nope.
Oh wow.
I was gonna say it depends on the Whiscash and nope. If it was max speed Whiscash, it would have. Cause hang on, 394, so 6 off 400 means 197, sorry. So he didn't even need max speed to outspeed, but he was probably no speed.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Flame charge, oh yeah.
Does Sucker Punch on Meow at all?
Nope. That's probably game right there. Psychic, yup. And then Jolteon can't kill this. Oh, it even outspeeds a +1. Nice. Oh yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
I always forget this thing isn't as slow as I think it is.
Yeah.
It's
pretty quick.
yeah.
I guess I don't know. I don't really have too much to say about this one. I mean, like
Yeah,
it was
both players
designed
just
to.
played like fairly solidly. There was nothing amazing or horrible either. Hey.
Yeah, I think after the first exchange there, like Ziggy just got such a better result out of the first few turns that it was really hard for Thomas to come back and give him what he had. I
Yeah.
think the team might have been a little bit too passive. Um,
Tom's team, you
uh,
mean?
the no, yeah, Tom's team. Yeah,
Interesting,
like
interesting.
again, I think it's I don't know. I'm not sure because again, like Tusk looks incredible in this, and I don't remember what all like Ziggy has on his team. Maybe it looks worse on paper, but in this, like just with these six, like it looks offensive Tusk looks like it just went in.
Yeah.
Um, but maybe I don't know. You feel like you need it to check Landorus or something. I don't know. I yeah, I just feel like offensive spin Tusk really
Yeah,
could have done.
I kind of agree with you. That
Um,
that really looked like on paper, and all it really got in was a single knockoff as well, which doesn't help its
yeah,
case.
yeah.
I also think Ziggy got kind of lucky with his rock tombs. If that didn't happen, I feel like the Jolteon probably would have just swept the game at that point, right?
No, he would have always gotten one off. In that situation, like he wasn't. I don't think Tom was able to. I don't remember now. How much I was doing, but I think. Uh, actually, how much did Terrablast do?
To the
Um,
cash only 91%.
at +2.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Actually, well, if he started attacking at +1, then maybe. Um, but I don't remember what that sequence is like. Whether it was. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so it's a sleep, right? It hasn't burned a sleep turn.
Yup.
That I think that's the play there that actually like. And once again, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's probably fair for him to sack Tauros there, so I understand Thunderbolting.
getting that rock tomb really helped, especially with the speed drop.
Yeah, that was a big deal. I mean, it's like it's not super unlikely for him to not pull it once, but if he doesn't, he probably does just lose. Well,
Yeah.
no, because again, even at +2, that doesn't kill. Um, so plus what two? Hold on, what am I saying?
Two plus ones
Um,
would have killed.
right, 2 + 1. So yeah, that's fair. So if he just had gotten a +1 here, started attacking, and
Cause
Ziggy doesn't, it never pulls Rock Tomb,
yeah, so cause
then
Terra Blast,
yeah,
Ice,
he
two
literally
shot
loses.
Whiscash, probably one shot Cyclozar, Thunderbolt, one
Oh, for
shot
sure.
Bull Rush. It's probably just about how much it did to Nemo.
Yeah, that's a great point because it really didn't matter. It would come down to that because you just flame charge there as Nemo, and then the exact same thing happens at the end of the game is what happened anyway.
Yeah.
Um, I'm actually a little bit curious about that. Because that's I don't know, that's interesting if it came down to like sleep talk luck. But again, that's why you put those moves on there. It's
Yeah.
a 33% chance. Try to pull it twice. Um, so um,
Definitely
yeah,
a
I don't know
very interesting game in this area.
Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah, I mean, again, I think that Ziggy kind of prepped better for this one and therefore won.
That is
Um,
fair. He did spend quite a bit of time for this match.
yeah. Whoa, actually, yeah, Chiyu has a really good chance to live Thunderbolt. Actually, it's only it would if it's max special attack Jolteon, it's only a 31% chance to OHKO at +2. So no, this was
Interesting.
always in Ziggy's favor to win
Exchange.
uh that exchange. Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough. All right then. Well, moving on, we have Potato Z as Rotom Washington Wizards and Backris as Paris Leafeons.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't remember what happens in this one either.
Yeah, neither.
um,
Which it's more fun if we don't remember exactly.
for sure. Um,
I feel like
I mean,
Heatran does really well this game for some reason. I mean, like
what does?
on paper, probably can't really do much to Gyarados, but like Talonflame will probably just die to like two flash cannons or something. It's not that bulky. Glimora definitely dies to a flash cannon. King Gambit it dies to like probably two lava plumes. I'm guessing. It's defensively isn't too bad.
Oh no. Talon does a. I think Talon's fine against Heatran.
You think?
Yeah. I think Heatran really offensively does. I mean, you would have to get every play right to make offensive Heatran work in this one.
Fair.
Because like if if it's particularly if it's choice, um, I don't know. Talonflame can't do much back to Heatran, but it can switch in and get some positioning on it for sure. Although past that, I'm not sure what it's here for. I guess to help with Halucha. Hopefully he does and keep the Quillfish.
I love that. I love this stupid fish. I love that it's Terra Water, so it actually returns to being a fish.
yeah. That's pretty funny. Yeah. So I guess I don't know. Offensive Gyarados looks incredible, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But then again,
some chip on things,
offensive Gyarados almost always looks good, doesn't it? It's like there's very few matchups where I feel like Gyarados doesn't look good if you run like Dragon Dance and get it off, right?
True, yeah, that's true. It's just it can be a little. It's a Terramon though, isn't it?
Yeah, Terra Ground.
Oh yeah, interesting.
Which is actually really nice against the Heatran with Terra Blast and the Quillfish.
Anyway. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how useful Terra Ground is, other than for the Quillfish. The Quillfish is actually really nice. Yeah. That's pretty beneficial. You just make yourself weak to Aqua Jet, and you've got 2 mons that can use it on this side. So that's interesting. I mean, the first 3 over there, like fucking Valiant, Garchomp, Gambit, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, this is like, don't get me wrong, everyone knows Mez's team is stupid, but this FDS core is fucking stupid as well.
Yeah, I mean that's insane.
Like, can you give me like a better FDS core within like our server reasons?
Yeah, no, not really, right? I mean that's offensively, no.
Yeah, it's a very offensive FDS.
Like, it's still very good.
Yeah, I would love to have an FDS core of this, honestly.
It should be impossible. I don't know how this happened.
Because damn Debug traded Garchomp away for Slowking and Amoonguss.
Rough.
Which is not a fair trade.
No, I don't guess it worked out for him, but
yeah.
I don't know. I think Glamora. I think this game hinges a little bit on what Glamora is able to do. Like, so in some ways it looks really good, and in others it looks awful. So I think if it's able to like pull its weight in this,
it's been really weird to me that he actually has never used Glamora for its like standard thing of just laying toxic spikes / toxic debris or like mortal spin. He's never used it once in that way.
That is interesting.
Which, and it's never ever been his lead or anything. It's like, it's really weird. But, I mean, to be fair, I learned from Mez, Scarf respects Glamora really does go hard if you want it to.
Oh, it's very strong, yeah. And I think that, like, I know we were just talking about it, but the Corrosion set looks really good here.
Yeah, being able to poison Heatran and Quillfish will definitely help a lot.
100%. So...
Dude, Toxic on Heatran is just criminal, honestly.
The what?
Toxic on getting Heatran with Toxic is just criminal, honestly.
Yeah, it does feel wrong. Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's get this shit started.
No. Lead Halucha.
Oh, okay. So he also finally gets the fucking Glamora out. Okay.
Oh, and it's toxic debris. Why this week when he has cool?
I was gonna say when he actually has the poison type to get rid of it this time. Okay.
Yeah, this is interesting.
I also have a weird feeling he intentionally led Halucha for that matchup. I don't know. It could just be me, but you always tend to lead your U-turners and Volt Switches, don't you? Anyway, huh?
I'm not sure what else Halucha was bad against literally everything else
except King Gambit.
Yes. Yeah, but that's never gonna lead.
Yeah.
I guess Garchomp. You probably out there to taunt Garchomp.
Possibly, yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, here comes Gyarados. Makes the double switch to something that's still weak to it. Okay. Okay, so it's a sub DD set. That's slightly scary, but...
Yeah, but this has got to be Infiltrator.
Yeah, Infiltrator Dragapult really just says, fuck you. That Earthquake fucking hurts,
though. My god.
And that doesn't kill.
So much. Huh.
And he leaves for sure. I feel like Earthquake in there was a bad play because don't get me wrong. While I agree he was likely to swap out, I feel like he had a he surely he would have had another move that he could have hit to kill at that
It
range.
fully depends. Like, I mean, what that last move is.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, Waterfall would surely do 33%, right? I know it's resisted, but
I think it probably would. No, he's Terra Earthquake. Like that's stab Earthquake now. I don't know. It's
the Earthquake definitely did more. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like Waterfall should still have gone the kill.
maybe.
I mean,
We
if
can
If Earthquake did 67, it's not
uh
Waterfall's only like 10 base power left, and remember, you don't lose your stab, but you just get to gain a new stab. So he still has stab Waterfall.
sure.
So its damage wouldn't be cut in half. Waterfall's not half the strength of Earthquake, you know?
Right. Let's see. Earthquake. Yeah. I mean, if this is what he's probably got to be. He has to be Jolly to be able to outspeed that. So, no, it doesn't kill.
Really?
25 to 30% to no HP Dragapult.
Interesting. All right, then yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, had to Earthquake there. Which
Yeah,
is fine.
it wasn't
Again,
worth the risk. Is to if he
right.
stayed in.
Right.
Yeah, fair enough then.
Okay.
The U-turn gets
Wow,
the chip.
doesn't break.
Yeah,
Oh
not breaking is unfortunate. There's the waterfall for not much.
All right, so now we know the full move set.
Yep, gets the... Wow, that lived. Holy shit.
Yeah, bulky guy. All right, that's nice for him, really, to get the spike up there as a sucker punch. Oh, it's Aqua Jet. Yeah, see, again, that Aqua Jet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at this point, Gallades is crippled.
Really Scarf Halucha.
Yep, Scarf Lucha. That's the Scarf fucker.
Yeah.
But I also love this. Should have been Moxie, damn. Honestly, I feel like it should have been Moxie. I mean, I don't think it would have won it or anything because it was Scarf, obviously. But I feel like it would have been more useful overall.
Maybe. I mean, in this instance, it made no difference at all. But
yeah.
But yeah, maybe I don't know. Yeah, tough to say. Oh, interesting. Okay, I guess.
I guess he predicted the Terra.
Right, but now you set up Toxic Spite like, ugh. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if that's worth it or not. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I know what you mean. I feel like he's gonna swap. Well, he's made it just so hard now. He can't swap to Heatran. Oh wow, and that's his thing down, which means he can't move him anymore.
Here.
Oh, rapid spin, right?
Try to spin if he's got it.
Yeah. Yeah. You take a bunch of chip damage, but now you're probably faster and can ice hammer it or ice spin.
Now hold on. Why Sword Stance?
Well, he predicted a spin, I presume.
But so what? Don't two Earthquakes kill at this point? I get it, but I don't know. Or even if I don't know how much an Earthquake. It just kind of depends on how much Earthquake does.
It does at least 41.
Well, right. I guess I'm thinking like, I don't know.
I think it's
tough to say. It probably doesn't do that much, I guess.
I have a feeling that you're saying this due to the fact that both Dragapult and Halucha outspeed and probably OHKO at this range, yeah.
Yeah, so I see no point in Swords Dancing. Like,
yeah.
if you
this would have been a good time for a Scale Shot. The speed boost would have been much more important.
Yeah.
Too bad that move is gone.
I guess no. With Poison, two Earthquakes always kill. I feel like I just feel like two Earthquakes are better there. I think. Because you get because if it's like built different, if it's like a Salt Vest or something, which it may very well be. I don't know. I feel like you have a chance of doing quite a bit of damage to. Maybe the poison takes it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
If he'd done 41, all he had to do was do 41% to it.
It definitely did that much with two Earthquakes.
Well, two Earthquakes for sure, but I'm saying if you take the chance, like if it does it with one, then you come out on top. Because you don't have to take the Ice Shard there.
Well,
you're always
hang on a minute. How much?
Unfortunately.
Hang on. How much? Oh my god. What up? So 66, badly poisoned 6%.
So yeah, because you see what I'm saying, like because he has to touch you to get rid of those. So if you're able to do enough damage, I don't know. And maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's like bulky Garchomp. I don't know. It's
how does the poison damage go up? It starts at like a 6.
It goes 6 and then 12.
And then after that,
it doesn't matter after that. It's just 2 turns.
Wait, what? Isn't it toxic spikes? Because he got 2 layers up.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's toxic. Yeah, it's gonna take a total of 18%.
Yeah. So all he actually needs to do here is like 41 minus 18. That's 30 minus 17. That's 13%, right? Remaining.
Well.
So all he needed to do was Earthquake for literally 13%, and then the poison killed him.
Yeah, but if that's the case, if you didn't kill with 2 Earthquakes, or like if this was fine, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if 1 Earthquake was able to get you the same results as Swords Dancing and then Earthquake, then you should have gone for that, right?
Yeah.
Because there's no point. You're gonna have to switch out anyway.
Yeah.
Swords Dance just feels unnecessary there, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Also, I love you here. This cat could have chill, because like after it feels like after every couple turns, he had to go do something for his cat.
Right.
You good waiting a sec? My cat wants to follow him. What?
Cat comes from.
There's a bunch of random cat business going around. Tell your cat I said pss, pss, pss. He's wild. I can't. He will kill me. Nah, all cats like pss, pss, pss. Even big cats. Anyway, there's a dead chump with CC now.
Is it better? Yeah, it's definitely better to kill there with Hawlucha, I guess.
Yeah.
Because
special attack boost, interesting.
Yeah, that was the correct play.
The agility here is very scary. Sub, that's... I feel like you shouldn't have subbed there. Just go straight for a close combat.
I mean, you get to scout a little bit, but...
Hell, hang on a minute.
I mean, was agility good there? I don't know.
I mean, I was
probably
outspeed Dragapult, but did Dragapult really pose that much of an issue to you? I mean, you're obviously immune to Dragon Stab. Ghost Stab, you resist.
Choice Specs fucking Shadow Ball probably killed.
You think?
Probably.
I don't know about that, actually.
We can look at that too, but Dragapult. Choice Specs Dragapult on the what was it? Iron Valiant. I'm almost certain this kills. I've seen this interaction a bunch. Oh no, it doesn't.
I was gonna say I have a weird feeling that it doesn't. Like I wouldn't be surprised if it's got like a high roll too, but like I feel like in general it probably wouldn't. Honestly.
Well, Modest does. Modest has a 56% chance to OHKO. I guess I don't know if this was your plan and like you wanted to come in and like at this point like the idea was to just go ahead and try to sweep with Valiant. I get it.
Yeah, especially because Scarf Hawlucha as well. He probably and like acrobatics. Well, no, he wouldn't be acrobatics with a scarf. Hey.
Right. Probably not. It's Brave Bird, I'm sure.
Yeah, so Brave Bird probably would have hurt a bit more than Shadow Ball. Actually, no.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, yeah, it's actually super effective.
Surely,
so yeah.
I guess yeah. You're trying to get the most out of that, but so it was in against Hawlucha, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hawlucha went free because it was locked into close combat. What was that?
It totally depends on what the rest of the moveset is.
That's fair.
But I mean, clearly this close combat was not even going to kill Heatran.
Yeah, even without the Chople, it still didn't kill, which I think is very interesting.
Well, it's plus special attack, right?
Yeah, which is odd.
That's an interesting set.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the set was here. I'm guessing he just planned on Moonblast going hard and then just have CC to deal with Heatran.
Sure.
He probably wanted some chip on it earlier, I assume that never came to fruition.
Right.
King Gambit eats the Ocker. Low kick destroys. Then Sucker Punch kills Dragapult for sure.
No burn there.
CC gets eaten alive.
But yeah.
The crit. Then Brave Bird takes them both out.
Yeah. but it doesn't matter. This is yeah.
Yep, it's over here. The sucker, the King Gambit finally does something. Yeah, Cold Ball wasn't saving me.
Interesting. That's an interesting end game. I'm wondering why no Will-O-Wisp on Dragapult if you're Culver. Like,
yeah.
What moves do you want, like Shadow Ball and Draco, but after that what? U-turn?
Yeah, probably U-turn and Wisp. You're right.
If it's Wisp, you're not gonna live anyway. It doesn't matter. But I don't know. You could try to outplay Sucker Punch, but you'd have to outplay 8 turns in a row.
Yeah, which is not gonna happen really.
Right. And even then, you don't have a super effective move for or even a move that's not.
Well, wait, hang on. Dragapult has Flamethrower coverage, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, you're right. It gets Fire Blast.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was going for right here. Especially now that the Ock has already been burnt.
Yeah, I guess you just had to pray you didn't have Sucker Punch.
Yeah, which I mean is possible. Highly unlikely, but it's possible.
Highly unlikely, right?
Because King Gambit has, depending on the situation, which I don't think this is one of those situations, it can sometimes not run Sucker.
Yeah, but against Dragapult.
Yeah, against Dragapult, there was no way he was never bringing Sucker, right?
For sure. It was good again. It was just generally good in this matchup. Plus, like Hawlucha and all that. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
But okay, interesting. What? Go back like 3 turns with the Hawlucha versus Talonflame, or Zen against King Gambit, maybe. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, so the turn before. Yeah. So this fucking King Gambit takes Heatran out, right?
Yep.
Okay. At that point, yeah, you literally have to go Hawlucha after this, which is understandable.
Yeah.
Man, that would have been a crazy burn there if he'd gotten it. It could also be Flame Bite. Okay, so on that play, I'm trying to think, like, is that a 50-50? I don't even think, I'm not sure it is. Because what choice, Potato, I guess, can always go. Like, there's no reason not to go Talonflame, I feel. Even if he doubles to Dragapult, he then has to get another play right. You know what I mean? Like, because he has to. Then it's a 50-50 if he goes into King Gambit or stays in with Talonflame.
But what do you think Hawlucha would have had to hit the Talonflame with anyway? Maybe Thunder Punch or something?
I don't know. I mean, even Brave Bird does a bunch at this point. I assume that's what it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
It could also be Stone Edge because he had Gyarados as well.
Yeah, I mean, but Terra Ground though.
You can't talk into Stone Edge here.
But Terra Ground though, he probably wouldn't have bothered.
Yeah, true. I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to think about because that feels like a pivotal moment there. They both have 2 Mons left and Hawlucha's in. So I'm wondering, I guess, because I'm sure it's Flame Body Talonflame, so you always there's no reason not to go into it. I think. Yeah, I guess. Unless so even if he U-turns, like I said, even if he gets out to Dragapult, doubles on it, he then again has to call correctly, try to Fire Blast into King Gambit. I don't know. It would have made it very tough. Some turns after that, but I get why Backers close combated there too.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to play the risk. He needed to get rid of it now, otherwise it was his game over.
Right. Gambit always won, I guess.
Yeah. I also like that it took almost all season, but Potato finally learned to keep the King Gambit in the back, hey?
Yeah, right. Yeah. The greatest late game on of all time.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Well, interesting. That was a good game. I think.
Yeah, I like that Brave Bird just so brilliantly.
That interesting. Yeah, never mind. He winds up winning anyway.
Yeah. Alright, moving on. We have... Oh, this is me and Riss. Fuck. Yep. So I'm who am I? I'm Atrocious Arbok, and Riss is Helsinki Cat Smashes. I'm gonna do it from my perspective because fuck it, we can.
Right.
All right, I continue the recording.
Cool.
Yeah. Before we get this started, Gray, you want to give us your spiel?
Oh, just briefly, because I remember this game quite a bit more. Yeah, no sun is interesting, right?
Yeah, fair.
That very interesting. I mean, there's literally no answer to Haxorus other than like banded Scizor if it gets to +1.
I mean, there is a Diancie right there.
Right, but it's dropping to Iron Head. I mean, like,
yeah, true.
Earthquake, whatever you've got. I don't remember the exact set, but Scizor having a, well, I guess you could go Rapid Spin. It probably is Rapid Spin on Duck.
The Gay Duck.
But the Duck looks really good too. Like very good.
Yeah, I don't have too much for the Duck. I can't lie.
Yeah, it looks awesome here actually. He has quite a bit of stuff for Sneasler, so he looks like fine against that. Unless a bunch of stuff starts falling. But other than that, I mean, Tinglu looks like a massive issue for him to remove. Yeah, and I guess unless Cleavor is is defog, you don't have any removal either. So if it's like Elite Hazard Stack, Sandy Shocks, that could get problematic.
Yeah, fair. Well, he comes in the Sandy Shocks.
Right.
I start off with Stone Axe. He just attacks, thank God. I miss, lovely. He gets his hazards off. I'm glad he decided to swap out at 1, you know?
Right.
I figured here he would go for the Aqua Step and let me die, but it's fine, because now I just get hazards up again anyway.
Yeah.
So with him being so chipped, it's actually really easy to deal with him. Bacchus thinks that here, rather than going for the kill like I did, I would have been better off setting up Reflect, which maybe, I mean, Aqua Step did 48%, so at half that was still doing, what's that, 24, which still meant that it hurt a lot.
I don't think that that's correct personally, because like his play is either to just throw out Quack, but he doesn't have to do that. Rocks don't kill from here, so he could absolutely save this for later, and still have it to pressure Tinglu. And I actually think that's what he should have done.
Do you think he should have conserved and swapped out again?
The Slowbro. What is Sylveon gonna do to Slowbro?
Fucking nothing.
Right. No, he has an all the time answer to this. So I feel like Reflect, and that's actually what I would have been anticipating him to do. But I don't know. I think either play is fine. But I don't know. I guess Reflect is good against a lot of his team, but at the same time, I don't know. Again, either play is probably fine. I don't think this was an incorrect play from you.
That's fair enough. In comes my worst nightmare in Scizor, but I just
Actually, if he does switch to Slowbro, why would you? I mean, what else were you gonna do? Reflect may have been the right play there. Backers may be right about that. I don't know, because like, what's Hyper Voice gonna do to fucking Slowbro?
Nothing.
Right. Okay. Maybe Reflect was better. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, he stayed in, so it's fine.
Right. It did work out.
Yeah.
It did work out.
I'm very glad I EV'd specifically to say fuck you to Scizor, honestly.
Why did you Psychic?
I Psychicked because I wanted him to assume that I would have gone for like Volt Switch or Thunderbolt, and assumed he would have swapped to his Sandy Shocks.
Oh, sure.
So I tried to play
He's probably not switching at +2, but...
Well, but that's the thing, though. If this is what I send out, I assumed from his point of view, this would have been my counter to it. And if I'm sending out my counter to it, even at +2, I might
What else would
flee.
your counter be?
Well, that's
you don't have any other Pokemon to send out there.
I mean, what would it do to a defensive built Ting-Lu?
Close combat?
Sizzle gets close combat now?
Yeah.
Oh. Alright, yeah, fair enough.
What? yeah.
Well, yeah, so I psychic planning on the Sandy Shocks, but he just trailblazes and reveals my Rocky Helmet, and at this point I'm like, well, fuck it, what's he gonna do? But he just trailblazes again, which is actually perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I I kind of expected a bullet punch there, but it doesn't do that much more. Like, I would have lived 2 bullet punches with my current set anyway. Not at +2, I would have lived like, actually no, even at +2, I think I lived 2 bullet punches. I think it was like a roll for 4-hit KO, right? From my memory.
Sure. I'm sure that was fine.
But yeah, I don't know why he trailblazed twice. I guess he just wanted to be faster than everything minus a unburdened Sneasler, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, if he doesn't, I mean, what else is he going to do there? I don't really know, because it probably is close combat. It's probably like Trailblaze, Pounce, close combat.
You don't think Bullet Punch?
Could still be Bullet Punch.
Yeah. That's what what do you call it? Who was it? Yeah, Davis had a banded Sizzle with Bullet Punch was his set against me in our mocks.
Yeah. I mean, it was good here for sure. Like, banded U-turn Bullet Punch, really all I needed, but...
Yeah, and here I just let the Thunderous go. I figured it had done its job in beating Scizor, and it wasn't required now that Quaquaval was also dead. Because, I mean, what did Thunderous do to the rest of this team, you know?
No, yeah, no, I 100% I think that was the right play.
And this was, not Babiri, Haban, is it Babiri? Haban? Whatever.
Yeah.
It's Dragon Berry so that I could get a guaranteed setup or attack on it. Now here, I'm a little annoyed because, okay, when okay,
you just said guaranteed setup and then didn't do it.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, so in mine and Bacchus's prep, right, because he really helped me in this match, I asked him, in this situation, knowing that I can live a dragon move, should I Dragon Dance predicting the swap or just kill it? He said, unless I have a Reflect Up, just kill it. And that's what I did. I followed his advice. And you know what? After the game, when I said, are you sure I shouldn't have set up? He goes, yeah, you are right. You should have set up. I'm like, yeah, thank you. I followed your advice, so shut up.
Yeah, the game was immediately over if you did that.
I know, but I mean, I guess there was like a roll for it to kill with Band, I think, with the chip in.
Oh, really? Jesus.
It probably maybe, no, I think it might have been only if it was in the sun. There was a roll.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember doing that count. Yeah.
Yeah. With spike damage and stuff, but
spike, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you live, you should always have set up there.
See, that's what I
unless
thought.
He's Scarf, and he could be Scarf. I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, but it's fine. We just swapped to Sylveon. We let that die. We just set up.
Do anything.
Yeah, I feel like him swapping there is actually a bad thing because it allowed my Sylveon to live.
Well, because he thought you were going to protect and tried to get... You are the only person in the world who refuses to run protect on your wish sets. He clearly doesn't know. He's anticipating protect and you just aren't doing it. So.
You know what? Okay, that's valid when you say it like that. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But no, I just set up screens for myself, but I got crit, so it didn't matter.
You're right.
Does crits go through screens?
They do.
Yeah, I thought so. It's like, I know they go through stabbers, but I don't know about screens, but I assumed so.
They do indeed.
But it's fine, because we have Ting-Lu, and what the fuck did Slowbro do to Ting-Lu? I was pretty proud of this play here, though. Well, not the Whirlwind, that was good by him, but... the Ruination into the range for me to kill it with Rock Slide, I think I was pretty proud of hiding the Rock Slide until then.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because it was a 22% minimum.
Were you thinking about that?
What was that?
Did you do that like purposefully? Like,
yeah.
Hide it on purpose? Oh, nice.
Yeah,
that's great.
Because I didn't quite want to reveal it without Sandy Shocks having like shown its ice type yet, but I figured I needed to kill the wrong moon, especially setting up and being taunted. I couldn't exactly just whirlwinded afterwards.
Yep.
Which is actually why I whirlwinded that prior turn. I assumed it would have set up.
Yep.
But yeah. I did consciously say, okay, I'm going to Ruination you into Rock Slide range and then reveal that. Because
Yep.
I didn't have Earthquake on this set.
Oh,
Yeah, Terra Ice was a interesting play, in my opinion.
well, he doesn't know your last move, so it could be Earthquake, right?
Well, yes, I guess. But that's the thing. I spec'd this thing that I could live. I had a good roll to live 3. There was a chance that I could die to 3, but it'd have to be like 3 max rolls, you know. I also
Mm,
think Trick Room here was stupid. I'm slower than you.
no, he's slower than you are.
Wait, what? I thought I was no speed Ting Lu.
Well, he's probably minus speed Diancie.
You know what? That's fair enough. But at that point, I just said, "Fuck you, get out of here." You don't get the right to set up in front of my Ting Lu, you know.
Mm.
And then Ruination, such a good move, just doing half damage to everything.
Yeah, if you land it.
But yeah, with that, I wouldn't say it cost me one of the games, but it definitely cost my differential. Anyway, in comes Hackthirst to win the game, right?
Yeah, totally over.
Yeah.
Yeah, might have had to try to get back out to Diancie's at some point on the Tinglu to Trick Room, but he's faster, so Whirlwind's going to go first, or you're faster rather, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, he lost at that point. I'm guessing the last move was body press. I don't know. It might have been Calm Mind, I guess.
I feel like it would have been body press. With considering it's an iron defense set, that would be my guess.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that's an interesting game. I thought you played well. And the prep was really good.
Yeah, I put a lot of time into this one.
Yeah, the defensive Thunderous was spicy. That was real cool.
The thing was, I actually needed surprisingly less EVs than you would have thought. I only had like 30 in defense or something, and that was all I needed.
Mm-hmm.
Plus a defense boosting nature as well.
Right.
Which, it was just odd to me that Rocky Helmet plus that allowed it to live. Like, allowed it to, not wall it, obviously, but check it, right?
Right. LARPing as Zapdos. That was pretty cool.
What?
LARPing as Zapdos. That was pretty cool.
Yes, it was LARPing against it was Zapdos, yeah. That like took me a minute in my brain to be like, what the fuck did you say?
Yeah.
Alright, moving on. Screen died. Here we have it's Gray versus our boy Lupus here. Gray, you wanna walk us through your battle here?
Sure, yeah. So yeah, I guess the initial plan that because he's Terra Fairy Zarina, very nearly flamethrower it off the bat, but it didn't make as much sense, and this was fine. I made some pretty glaring mistakes in this one. This isn't one of them, but letting Tinkaton take as much damage as I did was wrong.
You didn't. 6% is too much.
Huh?
6% is too much.
No. It'll be later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this Skeledirge being this set, it caught me off guard for sure. Big problem there, definitely.
Jesus.
Yeah, that does do quite a bit. Then Zapdos. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know what the hell I was doing there either. I guess no, I don't think Pyro Ball killed because it didn't because I don't have stab anymore. My other moves were resisted. So I had Pyro Ball and Gunk Shot were the other ones. So
Interesting.
Yeah, they actually didn't kill Gastrodon there.
Weird.
So yeah, lucky not to get paralyzed. But
yeah.
Anyway, Big Garg is so fucking good. Taking 2 or 3 hits from Zapdos there. We're right back. Zarina was a much bigger issue for me in this one than I anticipated it being. Is this U-turn again? Yeah.
Yep.
I thought about that. I don't know. But there's no sense in. I can't throw out Garg. It's like my most important Pokemon. I'm on court on this Tinkaton, so that's why I stayed in here. I really did not want to let this thing get behind a sub again for free. So I don't know. Weighing that against losing to Chin Pao. Because Tinkaton was my only real answer to it.
Oh, was it
Is
now?
I
Yeah.
don't know. Um, I'm Scarf Annihilate, so that was kind of my thought process there. Like, all right, well, I really can't. It's not even gonna get down to fucking Chin Pao at some point in time if I don't stop this dirge. Um,
Mm. The Dirge is
but
like
it becomes
always like an unnecessary threat, right?
it's very good, yeah. And I was very much hoping he'd try to sub again in front of this because yeah, that's what he did the last time. So,
Yeah.
but he was trying to catch the walking weight switch in again, which I don't know, but looking back on it now, that was probably I'm Dragon Pulse, Choice Specs Dragon Pulse on walking weight,
Mm.
which probably just got a kill at this point, um, because
Yeah.
he hasn't Terra'd yet. So I think that going into that was probably fine there.
Yeah,
Because it,
I'm inclined to believe with that, to agree with that. I
yeah.
mean, yeah, Zapdos probably would have lived one.
Well, it lived one, but I'm faster, so it just dies.
Yeah, yeah, fair.
So I think that was probably correct, and saving all this HP on Tinkaton, because even if he does sub, like I said again, I just Dragon Pulse once and then uh, do it again. I don't know what. Can you scroll and see what HP Serena's at actually?
41%.
Oh yeah, that drops. Okay, yeah,
Oh
okay,
yeah.
that's definitely what I should have done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a misplay for me.
I mean, at the same time, I don't think it's a big misplay. Like, I think you're still mostly fine.
Yeah, yeah, it is. But I don't know. See again because again, like it always got to. Yeah, whatever. It worked out fine. But then I have to. Then this gets to come back in.
Yeah, your Tink is getting very low now. Ellen is dead
Very.
now.
Yeah. Yep. So now it's all on Annihilate. Um,
The monkey who lived.
right. But I'm thinking if I get Zapdos down
Oh
here,
my
then
god,
real
this
from
1% live
48
was.
to 42 was such a brutal roll.
Yeah, is that a
Uh,
max roll than a min roll, by the way?
it's no, it's I don't remember. It kind of depends on what his set was, but um, it was close to that. I was not expecting that much variation. I didn't even calc on that. Um,
Yeah.
but that thing living there was very big. That made this a lot harder.
Yeah, if Zapdos
Uh,
went down there, you would have been in a lot better books. Because Zapdos is just such a good mon. Even, like, it's lost defog, but it's still a really good Pokemon.
oh, it's excellent. Yeah. And it being helmet again, I needed that not to be the case for Annihilate and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Um, uh, but anyway, so I switch over to Gunk Shot here because I don't want to just try to keep roosting, but of course,
You want to get the poison.
poison. Yeah. Um,
In comes Grouge, which, makes
yeah.
sense. That still does good chunk to Grouge, though. Can't
Yeah,
lie.
yeah. Big damage there for sure.
I.
The fucking fling rare bone was for what's his name? The Dirge.
Oh, was
Um,
it? Interesting.
yeah, because that was my whole idea. Um, because I
Question,
thought that was going to
how.
be the switch into Cinderace, but instead he brought like sub offensive, you know what I'm like.
Yeah. So,
So you
question, I
got it on
don't
very
fully
early.
know how Fling works. Is that still a dark type move, or does it become a ground type move because of the rare bone?
No, that's 100 base power dark type move.
Interesting, interesting.
Right, and obviously with Libero, it one shots. So
Well,
yeah,
yeah, but it's your poison types are not dark, but yeah, I follow.
R- right. But yeah, in theory, like if Cinderace is out and Dirge is still there, like that's what I think is going to be switching into this. So,
Yeah.
um,
To be honest,
but
it was the best play to Fling against this thing and just let your Cinderace die.
uh, I'm not sure what else it was either let Cinderace go down or somebody else. Um,
I guess so, yeah. I mean, what could
Cinderace was the
he?
least useful.
Yeah, I mean, what could he do to Landorus or Garganackle though?
I don't know if this is specs, which I haven't seen anything about it. I just saw that it didn't recover anything. So if it's specs, then everybody dies.
Interesting, interesting. Yeah, fair
I
enough
mean,
then.
adaptability. It's like
Yeah,
a
adaptability is a
250
really
base
good
power move.
ability. Well, it's not specs.
Right, exactly. Figure that out right there. Hydro Pump did not. It did, but we'll see later on. But it doesn't do
It
very
was
much.
the Iron defense good there when it's a special attacker?
Um, it's good against everything else. What I'm trying to do here is to force in Zapdos so that I can start getting rid of it. If Zapdos goes down, then look at close combat and look at the rest of his team. It's over.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's fair. Volt Switch doesn't
um,
even do very much as well.
that's what I'm saying. I'm fully Spadef.
Yeah,
So
okay.
there goes Arena, which is fine for me. Um,
In comes to the quad
yeah.
resist. I think you've chipped yourself down a little bit too much there.
With what?
Like the wake, you're just kind of really fucking low now.
I was trying to sack it. I don't
Oh,
need bulky anymore.
fair
Um,
enough. Your job
yeah,
was
I
to
could,
die, okay? Even the sucker there,
right,
yeah.
Sucker Punch. Yeah, which is fine. I figure he's banded at that point.
You think?
But yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Um, uh, and
So
then
cure for
Cure to get rid of
Zapdos.
Zapdos, and now the game's over.
Yeah. You even lived
And
the
like
single
like I
Hydro, which is
said, like
funny.
the Hydro Pump miss earlier didn't matter because again it doesn't do very much.
I had Papa Berries is also kind of interesting here, not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, I thought that was interesting too. It's actually like pretty good prep, but and then I forgot Sheer Force on Landorus, so, so I take damage there. Um,
Yes, the big brain plays.
right. And then as long as he's not Focus Sash, then I win here.
Which, to be fair, he probably could have been. He wasn't, but
Yeah, I
he
thought
could have
about
been.
that. I was nervous about it.
That
But
was like one of those
yeah,
games where it was surprisingly close. Like we like to joke about Lupus and how he's down in like the dumps where me, Debug, and Chris are, but like that was a very close game. He did well this game.
I agree. I thought he prepped well, played well. I thought his matchup was like pretty decent into my team.
Yeah, that's
But he
fair.
had a really tough time getting rid of Garganical.
Yeah,
Like very difficult.
the Garg sends his
So,
regards.
I mean, because it doesn't take toxic spikes and all that kind of shit. Like it was really tough for him to remove. So
Yeah, it was a very good game though. I liked it a lot.
I agree. Yeah, I thought it was a fun one. So yeah, definitely good game to Lupus. But
We also ended up missing a game, but that's fine. We'll watch it now.
oh, oh no. Oh well. Do we have to? Okay.
Here we have Slippy Slurpy as our boy Sean slash Galactic Greninjas. Fuck, I'm not on it today. And SDL Chris as Helsinki Hydreigons.
So looking at this, Iron Hands looks
Exists.
okay.
I was gonna say,
You know what I mean?
I was gonna say, like,
it looks,
that was a weird place to start. Like, it's good on the Alola, but then at the same time, Quag fucks it. Muck arguably likes it a lot. I wouldn't say it fucks it, but Decidueye definitely fucks it. Goldango probably would enjoy its existence. I
don't know.
mean,
Well, Gold has a pretty tough time against it, really, because it's just so bulky.
yeah, it's fair.
And like its coverage is what's tough for this team because what do you need besides fighting ground electric? That's everybody. Other than the Quagsire, which you're never gonna hit super effectively anyway. But you're faster, so your hope against that is you do a little bit of chip, to where you can put it in range to make yourself dangerous. What I'm noticing though on this team is that for Chris is that there is no knockoff. And therefore, I don't remember exactly how this plays out. I just remember it's long and tedious. I looking at this, like Rocky Helmet seems to be a giant issue because he has a Dragonite on his team too. So I imagine that Hands is in a pretty tough spot, unless it was rest. Because how does he remove Iron Hands?
Yeah, I mean, I guess Quag would have to, but it's not exactly an offensive threat.
Right. I think you could probably get to a point where you'd be safe against Quag, and I don't know. I feel like Quag enables some of your other guys as well.
Does Hands get Trailblaze?
What?
Does Hands get Trailblaze?
Surely it doesn't. I don't, but it might. If it does, then that was definitely the bring here. I don't know. I'm checking now, but Iron Hands. No, it doesn't.
Okay. I also like Typhlosion here. I feel like it's like good for late game, kind of. I mean, it'll probably one-shot Goldango, Decidueye, and Avalugg.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, he also has no removal.
Yeah,
So,
Eruption won't stay powerful for long.
right. And if your boots, it's not going to do that much, particularly if it's Terra Fairy on the Avalugg.
Yeah.
And it can just never beat a Lomomola ever,
Not
no
even
matter what
close.
it does.
Or Quag. Hell, I don't. It can't even beat a Muck. So that's the thing. It's either it's
Well, I
really.
think you choose between beating Typhlosion and beating Iron Hands. It can't do both. I don't
Yeah,
think.
I agree. I agree.
Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I don't know. Like Quag, yeah.
Starting off with
All right.
Hands and Muck goes into Quag directly. Here comes the Electric Terrain. Gets Toxic. Is this Toxic
Okay.
Protect?
Okay.
Yep, Toxic
Yeah,
Protect.
So this is how you get around
The Bundler.
well, the unaware from Quag. But if it toxics you, then then what does it matter?
Yeah. Question:
What's the item on Iron Hands? I
don't
never
know.
found out, and I never knew. I genuinely don't understand what it was.
Yeah, I don't know either. Question though: does Unaware get rid of Quark Drive and Photosynthesis boosts?
No, that's what I'm saying. It does
Okay.
not.
I didn't think so, but I wasn't sure.
Right. I don't know what's really going on there, but
Mirror Code is good tech. I really think it should have been Terrain Extender though.
that's what I think as well.
Knocks off the Mud's Covert Cloak. The Molar gets nothing. Molar doesn't give a shit about your existence. Decidueye, yeah. Hands is back in.
Yeah, but again,
Back out. Leftovers.
So what? I don't know. And so okay, so the Typhlosion here starts to look interesting, right? Because he's in Will-O-Wisp.
Whispers is nice. That was a nice predict on the Switch. I mean, it doesn't help against.
Right, and it gets everybody because you're never going to gold on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. So you get your rocks back up here, and the Decidueye gets to come back in. Okay,
We're back where we started.
Great. Yeah, right. So great. That's cool. You did all this work, and then he just goes to Muck.
Which and I love that gets the burn anyway.
Right. You get the burn, and now you'll do 20%.
Oh, here it is. It's a magnet.
Why?
I guess
maybe magnet Okos.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe he needed the magnet for a Lomomola or something. It is a fat piece of shit.
But what's a Lomomola gonna do back?
Fucking nothing.
That's right. I don't know. If your idea was terrain, I don't know why you don't go extender personally.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you. If you're going manual setting terrain, you should probably extend it as long as you can. It's the same with like Torkoal. If you're bringing a Torkoal, fuck's sake. If you're bringing a Torkoal, you may as well have Heat Rock, because what else is a Torkoal gonna fucking do for you, right?
Well, Boots is nice on Torkoal too.
That's fair, but Boots doesn't really matter too much for an Iron Hand, right?
Oh no. Here no. I think I don't know. I don't know what you really would have wanted to be here. Other than extender or leftovers.
Leftovers is also helpful, yeah.
You could have afforded to stay in on Quag if that was the case. Probably.
Yeah, Quag isn't exactly offensively threatening.
Right. So what do you do here? Do you close combat, please?
Nope. No. EQs again.
Why? I don't understand that play.
Hang on. What was he in on before? He was in on the Muck.
Was it?
Yeah, it was the Muck.
Yeah, he's in on the Muck. Okay, sure.
So
okay.
that's why he'd go for a ground type move. But even in saying that, I feel like close combat would still do a good chunk.
That's what I'm saying. Like close combat is. I don't know. I feel like that's the easy mid ground here.
Yeah, because he wasn't bringing golden either.
Why wouldn't Quag come in here?
Yeah, and then he just sets up electric terrain again.
Shown that you can't beat it.
Yeah, you're just chipping yourself down with poison more at this point.
Yeah. I'm not sure why this isn't special the special attack bundle either.
Yeah, that's the
Like
thing. Speed is he's already faster than everything by a long margin. 408.
well, he has a killer watch roll on his team too, and I'm not, but I don't know.
Anyway,
I
there's
don't think
Typhlosion shaped to the point where it's useless. Or at least Eruption's
yeah.
useless. But I mean, it doesn't
Well,
seem to have it
it's
either.
really not eruption on this, but
That Flamethrower did a lovely crit 19%.
yeah. Okay.
Back into hands. Why is this what you want to get your hands in on anyway?
Well, because what else is
Oh,
hands
because
coming in
Earthquake,
there?
right, yeah. At least he goes and makes a predict and he goes into an Amorous, which he then immediately leaves.
Look, like Anam is bad here, like really bad.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know.
The only
Well,
the only real
it's
winning matchups it has is like Decidueye and like arguably Avalog, but that's arguable.
right, right. Once a Terra Fairies, if it's like Max Def, I think it's fine.
I
I
agree.
mean, Specs is still going to do a lot, but you just recover against it first turn usually. I don't know. If it's superpower, maybe it starts to get interesting, but then you're never going to do enough to Avalog, and you're walled by Quag at that point. So you pretty
Yeah.
much have to do Specs. Um, I, I don't know. I think maybe could have figured out something to do. I don't even know if it does anything in this game.
The Enamorous? I don't think
Oh,
it does, to be honest.
yeah, light screen there.
I like
Well,
the
yeah, he uses the future side to get into Mudsdale and then double out to this. But so what?
yeah. He does some decent positioning. I will give it to him that.
Right. I think yeah. I don't think Chris actually played poorly. I think the prep is bad. Sorry.
That's fair.
But I just I'm sorry. I don't think it was very good. Because even all this like like Chris correctly called a bunch of these plays and it
Mm.
didn't matter. It like
Yeah.
your prep has to reward you in some way, particularly against stall. You have to be making headway at some point in time. Like we're already 50 turns into this game,
And
and
one
you've done
thing's
nothing.
dead. And
Right,
that's
and it's
your own
yours.
thing. Yeah.
Right, right.
I mean,
And
like,
so there, he starts trying to force the issue a little bit, but it's too late. Uh, because Sean's already gotten his its
so
exact
in by
position.
turn 50, 4 Pokemon are still at 100%, and the only two
Yeah.
that aren't have recover anyway. Well,
Yes, or and regenerator.
and
Yeah.
regenerator. I assume this has recover. We haven't seen it yet, but I assume it does. It's shown.
Right.
So
And even at that range, you don't have a single move that would kill it. Not one.
yeah, which means that no one gives a shit anyway.
Right. Right. So I don't know. Maybe like Chris was always gonna have a tough time in this one because his guys just don't do enough damage
Yeah.
to break this.
And now he has
Uh,
3 guys at 50, 500, 100% again.
yeah. It just again you've made absolutely no progress. Um,
This was the game that was like 113 turns, wasn't it?
that did a lot. Wow.
Yeah, I think it
Um,
is specs, by the way.
right. See again, you get into Typhlosion and it does 31%.
Yeah.
31. That's a base 130 power move.
Is it
Oh,
really? Jesus,
yes.
I did not know that.
When the target's burnt, yeah, it's
Oh.
hex.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. The Endeavor is like interesting, but not useful in the
Goodbye.
slightest.
Yeah,
What?
see, Sean was so patient with it, like he always is, but just super duper patient throughout this because he never once had to be flustered. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
prep did not require
The
him
gunk
to
shot
get.
miss too.
Yeah, I mean, he had to play a little bit safely around Enamorous, but at the end of the day,
Why
you
did he
make
go
a
for
couple
gunk shot there anyway? If he had just Infernal Paraded instead of gunk shotting,
huh?
like Flamethrower did 28%, Infernal Parade did 20%. So here he goes for Infernal
Couldn't matter.
Parade. If he just went for
Yeah.
2 flamethrowers,
He's trying to catch the Alomomola.
I guess.
He has to. He at this point he has to. He doesn't have
Yeah.
a choice. And
But
now,
I mean, it still
but he
doesn't
gets
do
it
much
all.
anyway. It does like what, 30%? It's an assault vest
Exactly.
Alomomola. It's like it doesn't.
Exactly. Right. It doesn't matter. It does not matter at this point. This game is already over. There's nothing he can do to win.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember if this game's another 6-0 for Sean. I feel like it was.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, how does he kill a Pokemon? Unless Sean lets him, he won't.
Yeah, sounds about
I
right.
don't think he does. Um, Again, you turn like this bundle. Like bundle's not strong enough to play, and I know it's hard to go choiced against this, uh, but I don't know. It, I don't know. We had to do something a little bit different here in prep,
Yeah,
because this was just like I don't. This was. I mean, this is a feeding frenzy. I mean, it's just too easy. Uh,
yeah. I mean,
Sean never made
he
play except
he almost makes Alomomola die.
right.
He almost
Yeah,
gets
even yeah,
there.
exactly. He's like, fine, take it if you want, just to play safe, and then he doesn't do that. I mean, again, he had to try to predict at the end, and I get it. But you got the reason he wound up having to predict so much and overplay was because he got so far behind so early.
Yeah,
Um,
it was definitely a rough time for Chris here. This was Sean's fourth 6-0 this season, by the way.
yeah, that's what
In
happens when
in
you run
in
stall. You
yeah,
either lose or you 6-0. Um,
yeah. Jesus
It's
Christ.
and yeah, he's played very well in a lot of these matches. I'd be very interested to see how the playoffs turn out.
Yeah.
Yes, I got some good first round matchups and all that, but we'll talk more about that next time, I guess.
Yep. Next
Uh,
week and all. So down here, I finally got my first win, and we're now in 11th. We have the differential from trying very hard in prior weeks.
right.
Oh yeah, I should also mention Debug forfeited this week and is actually out of the season due to that. I'll talk about that more next week though. So yep. Um, Chris is in very low ninth. I always find it interesting for some reason. Eighth and ninth always seems to be one of the biggest differences in a draft in like a season.
Yeah,
Oh
sometimes.
shit.
True. It's either very close or not at all.
Yeah, there's never seems to be like sort of close. It's either like really neck and neck or not at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Here though we have two ties, both 4-3 with either 5 or 1 differential, which I found very interesting. Then of
Yeah, that's
course,
rare.
yeah, then Gray's sitting just above the 4-3 losers. He's just, swagging on them. Then we have our 5-2 dickheads who are just like kind of chilling. And then of course Mez, who's just like he's balling, bro. He doesn't give a single fuck.
Yeah, he's had a great season.
Yeah,
Great
it's
season.
Mez's best season by far.
Yeah, I would say by far his most dominant for sure. He's
Definitely.
got a great team. He's looking really poised to do really well in playoffs.
For
I'm very
sure.
excited to see how
And
that goes out.
by the way, Gray, your lander has finally made top kills. You finally took over the
Oh, good
Palafin.
for him.
Yeah, you've been
Yeah,
you've been like right behind this Palafin all season. You finally overtook it.
right, with non-sheer forceless power. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
with non-sheer power.
Yeah,
Except your diff is a
he's
lot
been
lower.
Lando's been fun to use. Yeah, it's been really good. I think it's still a lot of people don't rate it as much this generation. I definitely still do. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, well, they're usually talking about Lando T. I don't know about Landorus itself.
Well, yeah. I mean, it lost a lot of tools, rights too. I mean, even
Yeah,
having knockoff and other things on this was still really good.
for sure.
And rock polish, losing rock polish was the big one.
And
Um,
gravity as well also hurt it.
yeah, yeah.
That was always good for some
For
good
sure.
tech.
But he's made up for it in a lot of ways. I've been very proud of old Andrus this season, and hopefully he can continue to fully carry me. uh,
Hey, don't forget about your boy Walking Wake down here. You've got 2 mons in the top 10, bro.
oh, that is true. Look at him go. I'm gonna be honest. When I come to start prepping, a lot of times I have forgotten that I have Walking Wake on my team. I don't know why, but yeah, that Monza, yeah, he's a monster too.
Great. I won't. There are only 2 players that have 2 actually, no, there's. Never mind. Never mind. There's 4 players that have 2 Pokemon in the top 10. Never mind. I was about to say there's only 2 being you and Mez, but then I realized there's Halucha and Dragapult as well as Chi-Yu and not uh
Yeah,
wait what I
and Palafin and Excalibur.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah. So there's actually 4. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean the top of the standings look about like you'd think they would, other than Hydreigon.
Yeah, pretty
um,
much. I mean, I think Quackable's actually done pretty well to get that high. Like, don't get me
I'm
wrong,
glad
it's a good Pokemon, but like I wouldn't expect it to be beating Chien Pao or Goldango or you know.
It's actually very interesting how spread out a lot of this is. Like um, through 7 games, like seven having 12 kills in 7 games is a lot, to be fair.
Yeah, it's
Um,
an average of like almost two per game.
Super get yeah, that which is large. But um, I think a lot of it, the top 10 have been like even a Quack at the bottom only has 7 kills. So
Yeah.
that's interesting. Um,
Can we also
but one game,
acknowledge
one
Palafin has only
loses.
been in 4 games and has 11 kills?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Stupid fucking
That's
Palafin, bro.
that mod is so broken. I can't. It's that thing's stupid.
Yeah, fucking
Um,
Palafin.
yeah. Um, but so is Chiyu and Jim Pao and all the rest of them.
Yeah, I'm
So,
glad Chien Pao fell into the hands of a not very good player.
oh, stop it. No, Lupus is fine, but it's a rough season for him for sure.
Yeah,
And
well, he
but
came
Jim Pao,
sixth last season, so I actually was expecting a lot better from him this season.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's been a rough season for him. I personally I don't think the draft was great for him. I mean, Jim Pao obviously, but um, and the team is good. I just don't think it's like I don't think
Yeah,
I think it falls behind some of the other ones that are completely and utterly broken.
my
To me.
Magneton's at 24th, man. That's my highest
Yeah.
Pokemon. Where even is my
All
next
right.
Pokemon? That's what I want to know. Hang on, we got a search feature for this. Oh, Hacktress at 28th.
No choice. Yeah, of course, of course.
Where the fuck's my my Sneasler's down with Tinglu
Oh
at
my
52
God,
and 3.
3 kills, man.
It's been a rough
That's
season, all right. I haven't gotten a good diff in like any of my games.
oh, I know.
I need to give Sneasler another try once I actually have a better season, you know.
Sure, yeah.
As for our final segment, it's time to place your bets.
Oh, I don't know who will win.
I mean, yeah, two
Uh,
two of the games have already been played, but you know,
oh, right. That I guess that not all of them have been, huh?
yeah. But just pretend like you don't know the results of the two that have
Sure.
happened.
Uh, I think that
I believe in the
uh,
power of Leaf.
I actually think he's going to win that one too. And not because of Ziggy or anything. I think it's going to be a good game, but I think he's going to turn around what happened this week, and make a
He's
solid
not
push.
gonna take the loss lying down.
Right. Yeah. I think he's going to wind up just fine there in that one. But it should be a good game.
Didn't
A lot of
last time
fun.
they battled Leafeon like 5-0 Ziggy?
I don't remember the last time they played.
It was
I don't remember the last time I played them. But it's been a long time. Backrus has been out for a couple of seasons, so
well, he
um,
wasn't out. He was just like not playing very well. He was like distracted and shit, so he didn't really try in most of his battles. But that's the thing. I remember the last like 2 or 3 seasons that Leafy was in, he was like the bottom 5 or so every time.
interesting.
But because it was like focusing on work and the wedding and everything. But now
Of
he's like come
course.
back with a vengeance, clearly. But I remember at the end of last season, I think it was week 8 actually. Leafeon hadn't gotten a win yet, or he only got like one win or something. And so he just decided, hey, fuck you, I'm gonna do my absolute darndest to fuck Ziggy. So he did. He got like a 5 or 6, so it was really good. He's
That's
like,
crazy.
and that's why I wrote. I don't know if you remember, but when we were writing in that like wedding book thing, I said, no matter what happens, you can always 6-0 Ziggy.
That's good. I'm sure he's kept that close to his heart.
Yeah.
Ever since. Well, that's yeah. But yeah, I think backers will take that one.
I think
I
Mez and
I
Riss
already
will
know
be a
the
good
result of
game.
that. But I won't comment on it. We'll save that.
I
for
think
for
Mez and
next
Riss will
week.
be a really good game.
It should be. It's already been played, but
Oh, it
yes.
has? Wait, what?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I don't know if I watched that
yeah,
one.
yeah. No, it's a good game. It is. You are correct in that it was a good one. Um, and then
Sean versus
maybe
Tom. I have a f-
that's
I
interesting.
I have my faith in Sean.
I think that Sean will win as well, but
I
I kind
believe
of think
Tom
what
can come up with something.
I think Great Tusk is there's always and Great Tusk and Meow feel pretty good against Stall, so maybe.
Yeah.
Um,
Always critting is
uh,
very nice.
let's see, and then I know the result of that as well. Um, but
Yeah. So what? Like I said, debug is actually out of the season and has been replaced by another beta player. So I don't think we need to really. I don't think we need to make a mystery of a beta player versus top 4 right now. So we'll just leave that there.
yeah.
Washington versus Umbreon. This is actually a somewhat interesting matchup, I think.
I agree. I expect Lupus to play well again. I think roll a little bit of momentum there. Very well could have won this past one, and I think that he could win this one as well.
Yeah, I think I have a bit more in Wash Tom simply because of his FDS core is just fucking stupid.
Yeah. Chimpao. I don't know. Well, Chimpao can probably one shot all of them. So.
Yeah, that's fair actually.
So that's interesting. It'll be a little bit about that.
What defensive check does he have to that anyway? Actually.
You pray for a burn with Talonflame. I don't know.
Also, I have a really random question. What happens if you sucker punch a sucker punch? Do both fail?
Whoever's faster goes first.
Interesting.
And the other one fails.
Interesting. So sucker punch can game but will not help.
Right. Well, I mean it will. You're not going to go for sucker punch against that, but anyway, yeah. I mean you're just going to get sacred sorted. So
yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. And then finally this one. I am looking forward to that as well. I don't know. That ought to be. We've looked a little bit at that matchup together already.
Yeah,
so it should be fun.
I'm gonna do my darndest.
A lot of fun on that.
If I manage to 6 though, I make 9th place. That's cool.
Right.
So that's not happening. I have faith that I can win, but I don't have faith that I can 6-0.
Yeah, perhaps not. But if you win it all, going to 10, I mean, listen, for someone who's playing in B-Div, coming up into your past relegation, not gonna get relegated, so that's great.
Yep, I'm no longer dropping to B, which is lovely to see.
Right. And could push into 10th, maybe 9th as well. So I think I think you get to walk away with a lot of positivity if you win this one for the season. So.
All right. Well, I think that's it for this video.
Nice.
All right.
That was fun.
Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you dudes next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.